Last week, former Republican House Speaker Paul Ryan gave a speech where he pretty much attacked Donald Trump, not by name, but he did warn the Republican Party about the dangers of blindly following one personality basically into oblivion, or, following any of the cheap imitations, he said, of that personality. We all know how that ends for Republicans, and Paul Ryan has reemerged because I believe he's gearing up for a 2024 presidential run as the sane Republican. But that's why he's doing this. He wants to wrestle control of the party away from Donald Trump, put it back into the hands of the just pure evil Republicans, not the evil, crazy Republicans that are on the Trump side. Now, Trump is not going to take any kind of criticism whatsoever lying down. We know that. So after Paul Ryan's speech at the Reagan Library in Simi Valley, California, Donald Trump issued one of his little idiotic statements and called Paul Ryan a rhino. And then he added this. He said, Paul Ryan has been a curse to the Republican Party. He has no clue as to what needs to be done for our country, was a weak and ineffective leader, and spends all of his time fighting Republicans as opposed to Democrats who are destroying our country. Wow. A weak and ineffective leader. And yeah, listen, Paul Ryan did in fact lose. He was on Mitt Romney's ticket, which Trump also pointed out because Trump hates Romney. He was on Paul Ryan's ticket in 2012. They lost. They lost big time. But technically, you lost 2 presidential elections. You only won 1 because we still have an electoral college. So, people in glass houses and all that, Trump, you really shouldn't throw stones because Paul Ryan's won a heck of a lot more elections than you did. And let's be honest, as much as I hate to give Paul Ryan credit for anything, the guy actually understands how the political system works, which is far more than you could ever say about Donald Trump. But don't get me wrong, Paul Ryan is just as evil as Donald Trump. They literally believe in the same exact policies. It's just that Paul Ryan wants them wrapped up in a nice pretty bow, and Donald Trump throws them out of a car window in a paper bag and says, here's your crap. That's really the only difference between the two individuals. They believe the same things. They want the same kind of corporate control of the United States. They don't care about any kind of, real work that benefits the American public. They don't care about helping the less fortunate. They don't care about improving our infrastructure. They don't care about normalizing foreign policy and stopping the forever wars. All they want to do is enrich themselves and their corporate buddies. So there really is no difference between the two. But again, and I've explained this at length over at Ring of Fire, Paul Ryan wants to have a big comeback in politics. And he sees an opening right now with this rift in the Republican Party, the Trump people versus the non-Trump people. And he's trying to go in there, use his, I can't even say position because he doesn't have a position more, but his experience as a way to say, listen, I've been here, I've done this. I left this party to you guys. And what happened when I left and, at the end of 2018? Everything went to hell. So I'm coming back to save you. Things were great when I was around, then they got terrible, but I'm back. That is going to be Paul Ryan's pitch, I guarantee you. And to be honest, not a bad pitch for Republicans, but trust me when I say that Paul Ryan would be just as damaging to the United States as Donald Trump. Maybe not, in terms of, grotesqueness, but policy-wise, they're 2 peas in 1 pod.